Sounds right. Okay, the minutes will stand.
No, I have many
Councilman.
changes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to start with page 2 of 8.
Page 2 of 8.
I find the minutes to be somewhat inconsistent. Some areas are expanded upon, and I would like the following items expanded upon
Yep.
in the minutes. Number 1, under Ben Roth. Ben Roth noted that the city of Lake Elmo violated the open meeting law on April 15th, 2014. He showed several examples of the city correctly going into closed session. He asked the attorney to name the parties in the threatened litigation, which is required by state statute.
Smith, can I just make a suggestion? Go ahead. Did you want to say something? I was going to make a suggestion that I think he accused the city, and I think it encapsulates it in there. I don't know that we want to verbatim. The minutes kind of describe what the point of the conversation is.
And it was not
I'm not an
mentioned?
expert on minutes, so.
No, so I'm asking, and I will continue. By state statute to legally go into closed session. He then, Snyder responded by asking Councilmember Smith why she was smiling. He then named the parties. I want the specifics in the minutes. Ed Klein, number 2, noted that he is currently the broker for Metro.
If I may. State statute requires no such thing.
State statute requires,
State statute requires no such thing. You can look at the case involving the Brainerd Daily
Okay.
Dispatch versus Dreher, wherein it indicates that there's no specific requirement that parties potentially involved in litigation need to be identified as part of a closed meeting for executive session. Mr. Roth did ask questions about that, but the upshot of it all is that that's not technically required, and it isn't in the minutes, and it doesn't need to be.
okay,
Might I
well,
suggest something?
And
Go ahead.
what's more, I do need to indicate that painstaking efforts were taken to deal both with the executive session and the summary of it, and comments about it at the last meeting and tonight to protect the data rights, not only of the people involved, but of you, Councilmember Smith. And so the minutes, which are supposed to be a generalized summary of the meeting and not a comprehensive recitation of anything and everything which one wants to put in them retroactively, are simply determined to be complete or incomplete in a general way by the council. But if there's going to be an effort to restate either the executive session or preceding meetings that involve matters as sensitive as this, I'd like to see that in writing before a meeting like this, so that it can be vetted, so that the data and the privacy rights of the people involved can continue to be protected. Because there may be those who don't have particular concerns about that issue, but I'm not one of them. And so, in every case relating to any public discussion of these matters, I will do what I have to do to make sure that the rights of all the individuals are protected, and that, to the extent possible, embarrassment to either the city council members, or the employees involved is avoided. And if Mr. Roth or anyone else has reason to second guess it or criticisms, they can direct them to me. So with that, if there are other non-substantive changes to the meeting minutes, I might suggest we turn our attention to those.
well,
I'd like-
there are,
Can I just make a suggestion? Obviously, you've got, what, 6 or 8 pages here. I don't know
No,
if
I
these are
don't.
all. Well, certainly, you've got a litany of
Well,
minutes,
this is-
corrections
this
of
is-
minutes, if I may.
this is other stuff.
Okay.
Councilmember Pearson.
Do you have, how many suggestions in the minutes? A couple, because here's the point. Obviously, thank you, Attorney Snyder. I'm just saying that there's a lot we've got on our plate. Just like other minutes were kind of called out prior to the meeting. These are, if they're going to be significant changes that we're going to deliberate upon here tonight, perhaps we'd suggest that the council all goes watch the video.
Well, we can do
as
that
much
right
as
now, Mayor.
painful. You really want to subject all these people to that? I mean, that's silly. We're not doing that. isn't it fair, as August 5th's minutes are not done yet, wouldn't it be fair that we just table these minutes, and you can give your suggestions, and then we could come back after watching the tape of the unfortunateness that it was? We'll all be subject to it again. Would that not be sufficient?
Mr. Mayor, there are substantial minutes and paragraphs under other sections. For instance, when you want, what you want put in there and what you want said, and I am saying that one sentence for a 3-minute paragraph does not cover what was said.
Who did the minutes? Mr. Bell, did I contact you in any way about these minutes? What, as she puts it, as the way what things I wanted said?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank
Ask
you.
again.
Did I
Okay.
contact you regarding these
Oh,
minutes?
no.
Thank you.
The practice, as in the past, if there have been any changes, if they were very simple, they were brought up at the meeting. If there was anything more complicated or intricate or detailed, those were typically provided to me in writing, then provided to the council. Councilmember Smith, I would ask you that if you do have corrections to the minutes, please submit them to me in writing so I can present them to the council. And on each item, the council can vote, which is the statutory. Dave can back me up.
I have
If there are any
several.
objections, they can vote on each objection.
Okay.
I have several.
Then
It's
is it,
impossible for-
And just one note on this is that when everyone is addressed in the minutes, they're addressed by Councilmember Reeves, Councilmember Nelson, Councilmember Bloyer, yet I'm Ms. Smith.
Councilmember
Okay.
Smith, it says it right there.
Under
Councilmember
this
Smith, I
last,
see it
under
twice.
Teresa Silvernail, I'm
This is
Ms.
silly.
Smith.
This, come on. Can we
It's-
just put, how about, is my suggestion okay?
Fine.
Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate it. The minutes, can I get a motion to table the minutes to the next meeting?
So moved. Second.
Discussion. All those in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Was opposed? Okay, that motion carries. All right, council reports.